Back in Salt Lake City, Utah. My name is Dave Vincent alongside Anthony Celesto for this men's round of 8 action. Dave Fink going up against Victor Perez. Our referee Armando Ibarra is going to be calling this one. Dave Fink is severely under the weather here. Has a cold, but he's going to try to battle this one out, Anthony.
Well, you know something, Dave? I think Fink's going to have to just keep him off balance and really just stick with his guns and stay with his game, shoot the ball, shoot the left, shoot his left corner, and he should be okay. But we'll see. Vic's been playing pretty well.
You know, he plays a lot like Aaron Garner. We saw that earlier today. They're almost identical. And Dave has fits with Aaron Garner, so he says, you know what? I actually think that it's going to be a tough match because I don't play Aaron Garner very well, so why would I play Vic Perez very well? I guess it's a good way of looking at it.
It's a great serve on this court.
Here goes the left corner kill. Dug out.
Goes down, down.
Nice double bounce call.
0 serving 0. Short.
One thing I like about Vic, though, and I know we've talked about this before, is how he's able to just adjust his serves. He'll go lob, then he puts a nice natural hook on it into the left wall, really keeps the guys off balance. And he did that last game against Aaron. So we'll see what he does here with Dave.
Well, he's made Dave make 2 straight defensive shots, and he had a kill shot opportunity, and Dave rolls it out. And that's the difference between elite players and other players.
0
right
serving 0.
There's a re-kill by Vic. Missed shot by Dave Fink there.
0 serving 0.
Must have hit.
There's no bad bounce.
Bad bounces.
Play it again.
I don't know what he would. There should be
0.
no bad bounces here, even if it did hit that wall, hit the box on the wall. Unless it hit him and I didn't see it.
I think maybe you were saying I was over adjusting the box and I didn't hear the serve, or I don't know what's going on, but nobody's arguing. Dave Fink gets a side out. It's a 1-game match to 25. You have to win by 2. Fink loves the serve right here, Anthony. What does it do to you when you get this power Z serve?
Point.
Well, you know what? Actually, if he hits it deep enough, you know where he wants to hit it, it's going to keep the player in the back court, and it gives him an opportunity just to stay up front. And we talked about this first. He wants that first attack. You know, if he can get the serve down low enough where it's a weak return, and then right there and kills it like that.
Point.
I believe Dave has the best 3-wall power Z serve. I don't even know what you call that, but
2 serving 0.
maybe it's a 2-wall power serve when he locates it, because it gives everybody fits.
Oh, nice get.
2. Point.
It was 2 bounces. There's now 3-0. Now Dave has found a weakness here. He's going to continue to keep going to this.
3 serving 0.
He hit it too soft to start the match. Now he's hitting it with more power, and that's made Vic realize that there's pressure on immediately.
And this court itself, this back wall, because since it's a glass court, you know, the back side wall's glass, it's so much harder to see the ball coming off if it's really sharp like that. So it's a dark corner.
Score 0-3. Victor Perez serving.
Have these two played before?
No.
No, so this is a first for both.
1 serving 3.
Oh, how times have changed. Last year when Vic made it to this round, it was the story of the tournament.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, he came to this round after defeating Charlie Shanks, and it was the story of the event. And now he's in this round of 8 again, and we're not talking about it. But remember what happened here. He was serving at game and match point against Alan Garner, 25. He was 24-23 at the time. Gets one more point, it's 26-23, and he wins that and goes into the semifinals. Alan goes on to win 27-25. So Dave goes, I need to respect that.
Absolutely.
That guy shows up, I'm going to have troubles.
But you know what, though? Vic plays pretty well here, it seems like. Even last year, like you said, he played well, and now this year he beat who did he just beat? Who did he beat? Aaron Garner to come here. So
3 serving 2.
That's a strange shot right there from Fink, and Vic Perez makes him pay for it.
It's an unorthodox shot. keeps you up. You know, you're not expecting something like that.
Fink normally is a higher
serving
percentage
three.
player than that.
Especially in the left corner. Oh, there's a
Side out.
unforced hand there by Vic there.
You learn something here by watching this live broadcast.
Three
Like,
serving two.
you saw right there that Vic let up just a little bit because he wanted to kind of ease it into that corner, and what happened? He hit it into the ground.
And that's one thing, though. You got to have
Side out.
self-confidence. Know your shot and shoot it. Don't think. Don't second think. And if you're going to think, that's probably what's going to happen. And you just saw that. So
Just go ahead and take that shot with full power.
Two serving
I
three.
mean, if you hit it right, which you're going to with full power, then your opponent's not going to get it anyway. But for some reason, we think we have to let up and just float it into the corner because it's a beautiful shot.
Point.
another hand.
They think a
Hander.
little out of sorts here.
Three serving three.
It's a good serve.
Point. Four serving three.
4-3 with Vic Perez in the lead. Vic Perez wearing his blue qualifier shirt.
Hold it.
Wow.
Ooh, it's a tough call.
That's really tough.
But he has, I think you have to give him
Say
the
that
call
again.
only because he was
Four
so
serving
close to
three.
him.
In reality, though, if Dave was able to see that, probably get the same
Oh, yeah.
result.
Exactly.
That's a right-handed
Side out.
offhand
It's an offhand kill there.
kill, and that door popped open. I don't know why it did, if there's kids out there or...
No, the door is actually, I don't know if you've been able to see, but multiple times the
Can we
door
get
in Emmett and
somebody
Martin's
to
match,
help
the
us with the
door would
door?
keep coming open, and Tracy was luckily there, so she was able to pull it closed 3 or 4 times. Who was he saying no, he couldn't hold the door for
I
him?
believe it was one of the tournament sponsors.
Three serving four.
Or it was Tanner.
Now I understand why they stopped play that previous time. The door opened.
Point.
Oh, okay.
And that's why he was
Okay,
pointing
that's why
back
he
to the
was
door.
pointing. Oh, okay.
Now, there is no bad bounces, but of course, if the door opens because
Four serving four.
somebody ran against the back wall and hit it on a previous play, then that's a stop of play due to, you know, potential
I
injury
was
or
going to say safety,
some type of...
safety first. It's a nice get there by Dave. Keeping balls on that left wall, and if you can draw them out far enough, it's
Point.
super tough to get back because you keep losing it in all those sponsorships, which is wonderful that we have so many.
Five
But
serving four.
It's a hinder on some people. Should be a back wall setup from Dave there.
Point.
The winner of this match goes on to play Moreno or
Six serving four.
Montijo.
This is the bottom bracket quarterfinals. The top portion of the bottom bracket quarterfinals
Side out.
as we try to paint that picture for you back home. I know I'm not doing a very good job, but
Four serving six.
You know, one thing I really admire about Vic is his ability to get around the ball.
Point.
And he really likes to take 90% of his shots with his right hand. And I just
Five serving six.
I admire it because he does it so well. And he
well,
puts
he's
a
able to
nice-
move his feet to put it into that position, and that's really more the amazing thing.
Second serve.
And that's what Aaron does too.
Yep.
They look like they're stiff and big and, you know, maybe too broody,
Side
but
out.
they're really just moving their feet and getting into the right position to hit those
Six serving
wha-
five.
to their strengths.
Right. I don't know if you saw that shot, but he snuck that shot right in behind Vic. Oh, it's
Hold
off
it, hold
pit.
it, hold it.
Oh, that ball popped
Popped up.
up.
These courts are really warm, and the
that
balls
again.
are
Six
great,
serving
so the
five.
balls are staying alive even if you're hitting them low. You almost got to put them flat.
Point.
Here you see Dave the last two
Seven
shots
serving
keeping
five.
Vic off balance, moving him back and forth,
Short.
side to side. So
Second serve.
surprised he didn't shoot that left
Side
corner
out.
there.
I think Dave Fink has found out that he's got a battle here.
Five serving seven.
Does Vic Perez have a nickname?
The door.
Nope.
Hold it.
It's going to get explosive out here.
See, that's going to be a tough shot because that ball probably was down. But
Fink is going to go right to the tournament directors and just say, we need to fix this door issue. I don't know how the door is popping open on the serve. That doesn't make sense, but it is.
court hinder here. Safety first. Here, our ref came over and asked a question.
Well, they should, based on the fact that there were 3 shots with the door wide open, and one of the players saw it after the first shot. So it's in the back of your head, regardless of what's going on. You just know that the play is going to get called over, and it just, you know.
Wow. It's a nice call by Dave Fink, and I saw that from here as well. It looked like the ball was actually down before it made it to the back wall, and sure enough.
But the door opened up on the serve.
6 serving 7.
And so I agree with Dave that it didn't come into play, but sort of not the point.
Second serve.
You're right, though.
Somebody should be on that door holding it shut or finding a way to keep it shut. Give the guys some duct tape. Have them duct tape the door shut right now, then put the duct tape into that little box, and then it's all done.
Yep.
And if I have to stand up, walk over there.
7 serving 7.
Hand them the duct tape.
Then
Now,
there's going to be an issue.
There's going to be fines because I stay in this chair for 12 straight hours.
Second serve.
As you know, and I'm actually on a chair that rolls, so they just roll me to the car. You know that.
It's easy access.
Just roll me to the liar's dice table, where I do my best work.
Adding on to that, Dave Fink claims
8
to be the
serving
#1 liar dice player.
Although he wasn't last night.
No,
so
he wasn't.
He lost 2 straight games, and yours truly won 1 out of 2.
Mm-hmm.
I hate admitting that, but
Side
it's
out.
true. Dave Fink serving at 7-8. We're going to 25. Halftime at 15. Now we've got another
Keep
door.
checking on the door. I'm curious what Dave Fink's.
I'm surprised that we don't have a camera on it, to be honest. So it is door related.
Mr. Handyman, Ruben
Garza trying to take care of this strange door issue. Now, I played on this court yesterday. You did today. What was going on with the door? Was it ever opening?
No, it wasn't. Maybe I wasn't serving the ball right down the, I don't know. It never opened in our match. So, but it did open in a couple other matches when Emmett would back into the back wall and it'd pop the door open.
Short. Second serve.
It never opened in yours?
No. I wish it would have. Might have made things better.
Yeah, right.
Just anything could have made it better.
8 serving
Dave
7.
just seems to be out of his groove here.
Well, he'll get back into it. But that's what Vic does, and it's a hidden power. It's some type of hidden strength that he has where he looks unorthodox, but he's pushing you around all the time. And that's what power does for a player. Because when he loads up, he's got equal power to Fink.
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't get tired. Dave Fink is born in 1977.
Yeah, and he was born in 87.
He wasn't even a glimmer in a young couple's eye at a Boy George and a Culture Club concert back in 87.
Yeah, probably right.
And there's a crack serve from Dave Fink. Gets a point, tied at 8.
8 serving 8.
Another thing about Vic is you never see any emotion out of Vic. He could be down 15, down 20, or he's up 20 and he looks like he's the same guy in the court, which is pretty good.
Well, that wears on you when you're playing against a guy like that.
Oh, you're exactly right.
You're trying to break him with little things that you do in the court, whether it's gamesmanship or how you talk to him or how quick you serve or just little nuances of the game. You're always trying to find little edges against them.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just the way you make eye contact. And then you look over to a guy like him and he's looking down at the ground. Like he's not even paying attention.
Right, like he doesn't care.
Yeah, and it does get back into your head a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it's frustrating.
Second serve.
We have great fans here.
Well,
Point.
you do.
I think the whole general public
That's
would
your
agree.
first timeout.
See a timeout by Vic here.
Smart timeout from Vic Perez. We're going to take a break as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds at racefor8.com.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
Time is in. Score is 10, serving 8.
Yeah, you heard that. 10-8 from our referee as we're still trying to figure out how come this door keeps swinging open. They said it's a sports mall
Point.
ghost that
Ooh.
appears every now and then when
11, serving
somebody
8.
that's neurotic shows up on a handball court.
The sports mall ghost.
Yeah, but it's a neurotic ghost, so he comes in only when other neurotic people are in the
Court.
handball court.
Side out.
And I don't know if they're referring to
kill
Dave
there.
Fink or Vic Perez, so
Lean towards the elder.
well, I find that quite offensive, young sir. 11 to
Okay.
8.
Serving 11.
8 to 11 now with Perez serving. And Perez has given Fink a little taste of his own medicine. That's another great little mental thing you can do to somebody who's getting you with their serve. Just do the same thing
Scissor
back. And it's sort of like professional courtesy. Okay, I won't do it to you if you don't do it to me. Now, I know the top
good
elite
call.
players will say, what is he talking about? But it is kind of true.
It's a point.
I agree with you. Very true.
And I would say if there were a percentage
9, serving 11.
of players that have tried that it would be in the high 80 to 90% of those that would stop serving it and go to something else.
That's a good serve against Fink, though. And a couple times we've talked, it's probably his least favorite serve to return.
I don't think anybody likes it.
Oh,
Hold it. No, sorry. No, it was down. Side out.
Referee
Here.
changed his own call right before the explosion.
before Vic
11,
ran out of the
serving
court.
9.
Or you're saying Fink. No.
That ball just skidded just a little bit over the line.
Point.
It almost became a mouse up there. I sometimes believe, and I know I'm in the minority here, that some of those balls that come straight down the front wall that aren't good are technically touching that wall.
12, serving
Now,
9.
we're only talking about just a slight touch,
Beautiful serve.
Point.
but nobody would ever know because it's not enough to change the direction of the ball.
Right.
13,
Unless we
serving
had
9.
a camera or like a sensor on the
I mean,
front
but you'd
wall.
have to
Serving 9.
have a whole bunch of sensors. Or, I mean, okay, maybe a sensor, but a camera
Short.
would not work.
No.
But I've seen it a lot where the ball comes down. As a player, I go, you know what?
Might have
Second
been
serve.
good.
I see it touching, but it doesn't have enough to reverse the spin.
Well, that's a tough one because
I guess when we die, though,
I was gonna
Anthony,
say,
we could just
we'll find out when we die.
we'll find out when we
Okay.
die.
All right.
Yeah.
The court's up in heaven.
You know,
I'll
is
get you.
Gigantopithecus really
14, serving 9.
is that Bigfoot?
Probably. We'll find that out. I won't go into anything else, but yeah, we'll figure some stuff out.
No, I mean, these are the things that I want to know.
Side out.
Okay.
9, serving 14.
Well, then you might as well ask, is Luis Moreno human? Or all these
Right.
people? You know
Yeah,
what
no,
I'm saying?
there's
Like,
a lot of
we'll
questions I'm
find
going to
out.
ask. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
saying these are the things I'm going to
Side
ask.
out.
Okay.
14, serving 9.
And the great Rubinsky is sitting there holding the door.
Short.
Just he does everything here.
Second serve.
Oh, unforced hander by Fink there. Had his left corner kill and floored it. His feet were out of position, though.
9 serving 14.
Here's the change of serve from Vic. Went hard, and then he just gave the lob down the right.
Side out.
It's 14-9. Goes into halftime
14
potentially
serving
with
9.
a 6-point lead.
And there he goes.
Point.
We're going to take a 3-minute break as
Halftime.
well. We'll be back after halftime for the conclusion of this game. Stick around here at racefreight.com.
It's Timothy Green's first day at school.
What's in there? He's about to fall over.
Anything he might need. There's a box of tissues on the bottom and some Band-Aids. There's a whole first aid kit, actually.
Mom, I can handle it from here.
You don't have to be perfect
Have a great day.
That's too much pressure.
Have the day you have.
to be a perfect parent.
There are 2 people in the world who want you more than anything. They'll make some mistakes, but they will love you more than you can ever imagine.
There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
My name is Bruce Fabrizio. In 1975, I invented Simple Green based on 3 principles. It had to be safer to use, it had to work, and it had to be completely made in America. From generation to generation, Simple Green has been cleaning everything from car engines and tools to kitchen counters and floors. No matter what you clean, indoors or outdoors, clean it with non-toxic, biodegradable Simple Green.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
Ready? We're time in. Vic is serving. Score is 9 serving 15.
We're back on the clock. 9 to 15 is his score here as Vic is serving first.
Point.
Dave Fink makes a rare hand air.
10 serving 15.
Okay. Oh, nice zip down the wall there and pulled
Point.
that one tight.
Now Vic Perez at 11 to 15.
11 serving 15.
It must be tough, you know, these players come in here and they play. You have the tournament, you know, 8 or 9 months ahead of time where the dates are going to be, but you can't control what goes on in your lives at that exact time. Some players come in with everything right mentally. Other players have to try to get there.
Point.
And then other players, you know, come down with a cold, for example, and have the flu. And under the weather, and it's just bad
12, 7,
timing.
15.
And there's some guys I know, Sean Linning for a few tournaments hit 3 or 4 major tournaments where he had pneumonia coming into the tournament. It's like, you just bad luck. If you're ever going to have 3 bouts of pneumonia in your entire life, for Sean Linning, they would happen in 3 straight tournaments and then never get it again. But for Dave Fink, I guess I'm bringing it up. I know that he was
been sick for a couple weeks now.
It's been a long time now. It's been the longest flu. He said he gets one like this every year, but he has it. And it's just bad timing because you can prepare as much as you want. On the other hand, Vic says, my mind is clear. I feel really good.
Yeah, Vic says he's been feeling real well, and he's been doing that, promoting handball in Los Angeles. So he's doing good for himself. Dave came down with a little stuffy nose last night, he said, and obviously I really haven't talked to him today, but you said he's struggling with his. Ooh.
Dave's at that stage where he's had the cold for 2 or 3 weeks, and it's just lingering, and now all of a sudden he's getting the shivers and, trying to break a fever.
Yeah, but sometimes there's nothing better than getting a good sweat, sweating it out of you. So we'll see how he feels afterwards.
17 serving
and
12.
If he wins, it might be a little icing on the cake.
You can buy a lot of tissues, NyQuil.
Timeout.
And Fink goes on a nice little run here. A timeout called from Victor Perez. You're watching the WPH Race for 8. We're live in Salt Lake City, Utah. And speaking of Dave Fink, the World Players of Handball is pleased to announce the Junior WPH initiative to grow the sport of handball across the United States. Junior WPH will be introducing handball in schools, YMCAs, public parks, athletic facilities, after-school programs to promote an active lifestyle for young people, as well as installing the values of discipline, sportsmanship, service before self, leadership, independence, teamwork, character, self-esteem, all the things you have, Anthony. The Junior WPH model incorporates cross-training, handball fundamentals, drills, weekly progress evaluations, competitions, social activities to build community awareness, and so much more, to include pride. Now, the World Players of Handball is a 501c3, and the lead junior development and donor director is Dave Fink, and his assistant is Tracy Davis.
12.
You can contact them at fink@racefor8.com. Fink@racefor8.com if you have questions.
I was going to say, I'd just like to say thank you to Dave Fink for putting on the coaching clinic yesterday for the certification. It was a lot of work that he put into it for the pamphlet, for the booklet, the study guide. That's a lot of work, and I'd just like to say thank you for that, and keep doing a good job at what you're doing, because it's making our lives a little bit easier. So
he dedicated a lot of his personal time. I actually think he got sick because of that booklet, to be honest.
Probably.
19-12, Dave Fink going down to the left here. That ball checks into that left wall.
That's a tough serve right there. If that ball just barely makes it over the line and then hops into that wall.
Well, he's reversing that ball, which is a new trick of his.
Ooh, and there's another reverse.
Nothing you can do there. Nope. I think everybody on the planet would have got fooled there, including Paul Brady and Luis Moreno.
20 serving 12.
You see Dave starting to pull away. Oh, and beautiful reverse down the left. Right. Excuse me.
I like that shot from Vic. I mean, that's just ungettable.
Tough.
Vic just saw how close that Dave was coming in and just decided to do it.
Sometimes you just got to do it,
I like that shot too, but Dave didn't hit it deep enough.
Wow, look at the ballerina. Wow, that was impressive.
Or would you say ballerino? The O for being the male.
Yeah, oh, and then
now Ruben's back in here. Okay, so Ruben does the door and the towel. Look at this. Ruben Garza.
He deserves a round of applause.
Hands together for Ruben, and now Dave Fink calls a timeout after the towel timeout. That's a gamesmanship veteran move.
Crafty vet.
He will be fined for that internally, but it was a great move nonetheless. You're watching the WPH Race for 8. 1-25, win by 2, halftime 15, as we cruise through another excellent tournament in Salt Lake City alongside the Aces and their sponsors, Dewey Bail Bonds, Ace Outdoor, and so much more, the Utah Handball Association.
Great play on the words there.
World Players of Handball and Washington Athletic Club invite you to Seattle, Washington, May 3rd and 4th for the conclusion of the WPH R48 Pro Season 2, the Players Championship, which now will have Paul Brady on the
on the list.
Yeah, you know, you're probably thinking to yourself, wait, well, how did Paul Brady get invited? Well, he won the U.S. Open, and that counted as double points, and it's just enough for him to get in. So Paul Brady will be at the Players' Championship in Seattle.
No, just short.
You want to find out more? Seattle tickets at racefor8.com. Seattle tickets at racefor8.com.
It's great for our sport, and I'm hoping. I mean, it's going to be tough to beat Paul as always, but sometimes pages have to turn, and this might be a year for someone else to take it down.
Well, we'll find out. I know you'll be watching.
I will be. Tough.
Side out. What do you guys think?
Being a little winded here. Nice towel time out there.
12 serving 20.
He's going to have to make a run here if he's going to want to get back into it.
Smart.
Point.
It's very quiet out here in the gallery.
13 serving 20.
Although the gallery is packed, it's very quiet.
No, there's a lot of players watching this.
Oh, yeah. It looked like a miss hit by
And
Dave.
it's going to grow when Martin Mulkerns gets into the
Side out.
Court.
soon.
Tip your hat to the young lad. He's been playing some darn good handball here, putting on a show for us. And that match will be on next.
Point.
If I'm not mistaken, Sean Lenning versus who I call Eminem,
13.
Martin
Mulkerns?
Mulkerns. I didn't want to butcher his last name.
.22 serving 13.
Surprised Dave keeps swinging back, giving it to his right hand on the serve.
Well, he sees something with the return, I think, that he wants. It's not a bad return from Vic, but I think Dave is taking that, and he has Vic out of position. I mean, Dave plays high percentage handball. I mean, not necessarily high percentage handball, but he plays at a percentage where everything he does is all planned out. It's his own percentage, put it that way. I mean, you and I would get creative sometimes in the middle of rallies that are going 30 or 40 shots just to get the rally to go over with, right?
Exactly.
And you'll take that chance. Dave he plays the game with a certain set strategy that he doesn't break, and so the percentage is 100% of the time, if he has a player backed behind him on the left wall, he's going to hit it into the left wall first, into the front corner.
Right.
And if the player's in front of him, he'll go and do a two-wall pass. They'll hit the front wall first and then pass behind him slightly. So he plays this, what he calls his own percentage. Now, he doesn't call it. I'm calling it for him.
Okay. Just 3 hand airs in a row from David Fink.
15 serving 22.
15 versus the double deuce.
His back wall is very dark, so you can see it's giving some trouble to Fink with his right hand here.
Well, Vic's playing pretty relaxed right now.
16 serving 22.
He has that open right-handed corner, and he just goes for that sliding half kill, half pass shot. I know Dave Fink's manual has a term for that shot, but ooh, a flat mouse from Dave Fink, and he gives himself the fist pump.
He liked that one.
As did I.
So, likewise.
22
He's going to want to put
16.
a string together here to run out.
Short.
Seems like he's a little fatigued.
Second serve.
It's actually a good serve right here from Dave. You're forced to take it with your right hand. It just changes the way the ball comes off. There's going to be a huge setup. Dave's going to go low board, and he gets it.
Point.
Vic did get his hand on it, though.
Yeah, the balls stay up here.
And there's a timeout, 23-16. Vic calling a timeout. We're also going to take a break. Be back in just a bit. Stay here at racefor8.com.
Okay, that was your third timeout. Sorry. Score is 23, serving 16.
Just after the timeout here.
Set up left corner. This is one of his favorite shots right there.
Well, he's so good at it. I don't doubt him for taking that shot so many times, but until you can prove him wrong, he just keeps taking it.
24, serving 16.
There's a possible game point. He goes down the left. I wonder why he didn't want to cut that one ball off.
Well, it's game point.
There you go.
And that's it.
That's
Dave
it.
Fink just took
That's a
down
point.
Vic Perez. A little congestion there. Thought referee might have called something. He isn't going to do it. Dave Fink advances one more time here.
And that's his, what, fifth consecutive semifinals?
Yeah, that's the reason why he has this ranking that he has. And he's going to play the winner of Abraham Montijo and Luis Moreno. For Luis Moreno, it must be rough traveling to Salt Lake City to play the two best players that you play locally in Tucson, Arizona, Dave Fink and Abraham Montijo.
Yeah, they know his game, so that gives him a little edge, and Luis will just have to play that much better to beat him. And I heard Fink actually beat Luis in 2 games a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, actually
Close,
three out of the last 4. But you look over here, Dan Armijo is now living in Yuma, Arizona, and so Luis Moreno has to play Dan Armijo, Yuma, Arizona, just down the way. Then he goes into Abraham Montijo, who lives about 3 or 4 doors down in his own neighborhood. And if he does defeat Abraham, if the seeds hold true, then he's going to play Dave Fink, who lives right there in Tucson, works out at the club, and so that's a strange path for Luis Moreno. Up next, though, we have Martin Mulkerns going up against Sean Linning, and this place is going to be buzzing. We can't wait for that. That looks like, according to my ticker, about 22 minutes from right now. In this previous match, quarterfinals, it was Dave Fink defeating Victor Perez. We will take a timeout. For Anthony Celesto, Linda Manning, and Justin Grad, my name is Dave Vincent. We'll be back in just a bit. Stay here at racefor8.com.
Are you getting this, honey?
Oh, prime time. We are rolling.
All right, Mama's gonna bring it home. Mama's gonna bring it home. Okay.
Come on, watch this guy.
Oh, backwards.
Oh, don't. Okay.
It went into Bob and Carol's yard. Oh, no? Okay, here it comes.
Oh, Mom!
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
All right, let's see what you can do. Let's go.
They might surprise you. Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
So, what's it gonna be? We could ride bikes, skating, movies, zoo, whatever you guys want to do.
Can we just do this?
Yeah. We could just do this.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.